Lightworkers, stop working. I know that sounds like blasphemy to say to you, you're a light worker and you got to stop working. But there's a time when you've got to step back, and if you don't, the exhaustion is going to get you. There's a time when all the work has to stop and become the being. You know this, oh yeah, and you'll say the words, oh yeah, I'm not a human doing, I'm a human being. Sometimes all of the inner work that you know you have to do becomes obsessive. Sometimes all of the inner work lands up having you chase your own tail. Sometimes all of the inner work becomes an analytical escapade that doesn't actually heal you. It might make you smarter, but not wiser. You see, you can do so much more by being where you are than you can by running away. You can do so much more by being who you are as you are where you are than by trying to be a perfect version of who you think you got to be. This is where we are as healers, as light workers, as spiritual warriors and spiritual beings upon the planet right now. There is a skill that we have to learn, and it is the skill, it's a mastery, which confounds so many light workers. Being, learning how to be, learning to take a step back from all of that inner work, which so often was analytical. In the moment you're analyzing, and I've been there too, journaling. Why did I feel this? And why did that person say that? Oh yeah, and you can be very clever. Oh, okay, I see. It's because that person was mirroring my father and my unhealed, whatever it is, wound. And now I've got to see this. And from 10 lifetimes ago, that. And this pain in my knee means this. And now I realize why I have a gluten intolerance. Because so what if you know all the stuff that you want to know? Does that evolve you? Are you in peace? Or are you thinking words about peace? Are you in presence? Or thinking how to become present? You see, there is this dynamic of control that so many light workers have. They want to push ascension into place. They want to push their healing into place, and they don't even know that they're doing it. They don't even know why they're doing it. You get exhausted when you live that way. You will wear yourself out. Now, we know if you have, I certainly had the experience, maybe you have too, if you have this job and you are highly adrenalized in your job and you are burning out, you can go into some serious personal pain. Not just at the body level, at the level of physical pain and discomfort, emotional pain, mental pain. A lot of light workers are burning out from the light work. You must take time to integrate. The stuff that you do not integrate hangs out literally here in your energy field. So here's all the stuff that you know, and now what's it going to do? It's disembodied. Until you soften and take time to feel and take time to be with what you are accessing, take time to integrate. It really is just useless information. Light workers, I'm with you when you say, got to do the inner work. I'm there, I'm with you. In the context that you got to get real, that's the inner work for me. It's authenticity. But I wish that we wouldn't call it the inner work, because so many people have confused inner work for burnout, for over-pushing, overstimulating, overdriving, instead of learning how to actually be who they are and where they are. That tiredness gets almost sunk into your bones, and you feel it at such a deep level that so many light workers land up saying to me, I can't carry on anymore. It's beautiful that you have a very high endurance level. A lot of light workers do. Empaths do. Starseeds, spiritual warriors. I know it. Yeah. You got this crazy high endurance level, and you think that that's what you've got to do. You just got to hold stuff and endure more, and then there's more triggering, and there's more dark nights of the soul, and there's more pain. And what are you doing? You're holding it all in place, but you've got to let go. Learn to let go, which is freaky and out of control. The reason why you hold so much stuff in place and then con yourself into thinking that you're healing is because you're using the mind to try and outsmart the emotional body. You are not the mental body only. You are an entire field of energy comprised of so many levels and layers that you don't even know the names of them, which is great, because if you did, you'd analyze them to pieces and that still wouldn't help you. Understand that yes, there's a mental component to who you are. Yes, there's an emotional component to who you are. Yes, there's a totality to who you are. Step into the totality, which should not be a known place. It should feel like, ooh, who am I now? What is this weird feeling that I'm stepping into now? That's what it feels like when you experience yourself in the context of the unknown. I've got an upcoming course that I'm doing, and maybe by the time you watch this video the course is long done. That's cool, then you won't join the lives but watch the replays. The course is called Forever Starts Now, and in Forever Starts Now, one of the things that we're doing is accessing the part of you that you can't put words to, the part of you that exists beyond the realm of the analytical mind. And I encourage you to go there. And you can go there in your own private, quiet, meditative spaces, into that realm beyond the mental chatterbox. If you need support, do some guided meditations. You can use guided meditations from our website. You can even record your own. Just take out your smartphone and record something. But you've got to do it from a feeling place. If you can't step into that feeling place, then use the support of somebody else. But you must bring yourself into that space beyond analysis, the space beyond the mental realm, because this is where we get congealed into the false matrix. This is the sticking point. And good God, can you not just feel how the universe is pushing you and shoving you out of that stuck place? And a lot of people, instead of going, woohoo, I'm going to fly, they go, oh my God, I'm going to die, because they don't understand that there is a self beyond all of the rigidity and all of the control and all of the analysis. That totality is what we've been separate from and cut off from and disconnected from for the duration pretty much of our lives. It's a pretty long time. It's so important. Remember, integration. How do you integrate? Spend time in stillness. It's so important, remember, to be in the beingness, to be in the totality, where you won't be in control, where you will be in surrender, where you can only allow, where you are in true self-discovery mode. Bring yourself a little bit of enlightenment today. By not overthinking, by not being in control, by not analyzing, but surrendering into where you are. Because if you want to serve humanity, this is how you do it. And some of you are going to go, no, Kerry, you don't understand. I can't be where I am, because where I am is actually depressed. And so I've got to mask the depression, and I've got to get high vibe, and I've got to say pretty words to convince myself not to sink down into the despair. That serves no one, and especially not you. All it does is it puts you in an illusory space. And now what you're spreading is illusion, and what you're an example of is illusion. Sink into the depths, sink into the truth of where you are. And if you need a therapist or you need support in order to do that, you know yourself, you're mature enough to know, if I can do this on my own, or hell to the no, I can't, then don't avoid it. Just get help going in there, but go into the realness. Go into the authenticity and spend time there. That's how you serve humanity. Because when you get into the realness and into the authenticity, you discharge all the illusion. You discharge all the confusion. You discharge all that you are not. You let go, and you don't even know what you're letting go of. And that's what I want for you. To bring yourself into such an ease, and you don't know how you got there, into such peace, and you don't know why it's there, into such harmony, into such integration, into such presence, and you can't explain what you've just done. That's because the mental, analytical part of you hasn't been involved and shouldn't be involved in this phase of our healing. This is a new phase, and this is about overcoming the deep exhaustion that we've been holding for so damn long and actually coming back to life. You're going to come back online, and you're going to come back to life when you wake up from the mental fog and into the experiential level of you. That is the emotional level of you. And now this is where a lot of people get confused. They say, oh, Kerry, I'm very emotional. But actually what they're doing is they're thinking their emotions. If there are thoughts involved in what you're feeling, then you have confused feeling for thinking. You're now in the mental realm pretending to be emotional. So you might think, oh God, this is sounding confusing. Actually, no. When you sink, I use this word on purpose, into yourself. See how we don't like the word sink, right? Sink feels scary. Sink feels like, oh, what if it's all dark and weird in there and I can't get out? Into yourself. Almost like you're sitting down into your body. Occupy your physical home. Look at that. So many starseeds, lightworkers, they want to go home, go home, go home. No, first be home. You want to live your purpose, which is to bring home here. Come home. Sink into the seat of your pants. Sink into your body. Get physical. Get real. Yeah, I know. All the light workers, all the spiritual warriors, they want to get out. They want to go swimming there in the ethers. Get in. You want to go home. You've got to come home to the truth of who you are as an infinite soul. The deeper you sink into yourself and the realness of who you are, the less inclined you will be to try to be somewhere else and be someone else and be a whole healed version of you instead of the real version of you, because that's what's potent. That is what shifts the world. What shifts the world is the courage that you have to be who you are, where you are, and then to realize, revelation, that's enough. That's where I was always meant to be. This is who and where and how I'm actually supposed to be. So many of us are living our lives as if a mistake has happened, as if we're in the wrong place, as if we're in the wrong body, as if we're not meant to be where we are, but be where you are. Defy everything that you think and stop thinking and start experiencing and being, and sink into the place that exists beyond words. And if it feels scary, go do the support work that I'm suggesting. Go do the guided meditations. Deep Relaxation Trilogy, beautiful. The Wholeness Meditation, beautiful. The You Are Love Meditation, beautiful. All of these are supports to assist you in getting into that silence, the presence, the wholeness, the fullness, the totality of you that exists beyond the mental chatter. Can you believe that most people don't even know how to do this? Because most people don't even know that there's a version of themselves that exists beyond all of the chit chat, right? Let yourself remember who you are by being who you are. When I say remember, it's not the cognizant, conscious, analytical brain that's going to do the remembering. It's the emotional remembering. When I met my husband, I looked at him and I didn't even have the words to tell you. If you would have said to me in that moment, hey, Kerry, what do you feel? I wouldn't have been able to tell you. It's in hindsight and retrospect, familiarity. I saw him for the first time. He was walking away and I just happened to notice this man, and I can still see him. He was wearing dark blue jeans and this black t-shirt, and I thought, what a beautiful soul. Something in me recognized him, and I didn't know that, but it was just, oh, how strangely familiar. Very, very few words were happening in my brain. Just this presence, just this experience of being, this very magnetic, whole, full moment. I only came to know him months later. When you are connecting with yourself beyond the mental chatter, you feel kind of the same. You feel kind of like, whoa, What is this? It is self-discovery, but not at the place that we're used to discovering ourselves from. We're used to having a narrator. Imagine firing the narrator, and then what you have is presence. One of the things that prevents people from going in there is the need to control, and that's just fear. If you have a need to control, be very compassionate with yourself. All that is you being afraid of not being powerful, of not being in charge. In other words, you're afraid that something bigger than you is going to swallow you up whole. So you try to protect yourself from feeling emotions if that's the case. Then you just need support. Reach out your hand. It's there. From my heart. See if you can meet me here in this beautiful pause. All the way into yours. I hold you in so much love. And I encourage you to sink into the fullness that has no words, that hasn't been explored, but exists anyway. That's the fullness of you, and it's calling you, come. Come home, come explore. Let me know in the comments. Have you been there? Are you on your way there? Are you excited to go there? The place beyond words where the real you exists. You want to get over the tiredness that you've been carrying around? This is what it takes. That tiredness is all the control and all the resistance and all the not wanting to be where you are. The moment you get to where you are, you realize you got nowhere to go, and you can finally relax and surrender and start healing, truly healing, not with the mind, but with the alchemy of being. Like the video. Do that favor for me. I always forget to ask you guys, please like the videos, because that just helps more people to see them. Lots of love, everyone. Bye-bye for now.